Hello again, everyone! We're back with Jank Science Theater when we have more Jank for you all. This time, this Jank is courtesy of LarkLilith.
Hello.
What can you tell us about the game you're going to give us? What is it?
To be honest, there is not a lot to say. This game was released. It sold less than 100 copies. It was one of the very last DOS games ever released, and it was funded by the Mormon Church.
That's a lot of history.
No.
Yeah, but that's everything I got. This is like interesting game made on the Doom engine, and you're gonna suffer. But once you get through the suffering part, it's a lot of fun. It's actually a really good game.
If you say so. What is the name of the game?
Amulets and armor.
Ooh, that sounds very undescription. Oh, whoops. I erased the wrong thing.
It sold less than 100 copies.
Alright, this is medieval.
Yes, it is a great game. Chad already knows what's going on.
Gavin knows what's going on. Alright, and here with us we have Johnny CBS, your host. We have Claire again.
How do I keep coming back for more?
TheRealTexemosis.
Hello, for the record, I never play PC games. I was always a person who played consoles, so I'm most likely not going to be very good at this. So, but I'll try.
Going this old on PC game, I'm not sure what I can expect of it either. And Mooware.
Help! I can't find the exit.
It's on the right. It's on the right is their exit. Okay, select load to correct select a character. Select create to create a new character. I guess everyone should create a new character first. Character name.
Character creation.
There's quite a bit. What people don't see since we started at the game screen instead of the launcher, this has multiplayer.
Oh yeah, the launcher says that you could start with server and stuff. I have no idea how to set it up. If you do, you'll probably want that someday.
If people like this, there might be me dragging y'all through this.
Okay, let's see about the classes here. Citizen. This class has slightly above average attributes in all areas but lacks any special abilities. It is especially suited to beginning gamers. Armor types all, weapon types all, magic with a K, system, arcane. Then you also have knight, specializing melee combat, mage, powerful magics but are physically weak, warlock. Mage is trained for combat. Priest. Healing and protection. Fight reasonably well. Rogue. Specializing in sneaking around and picking locks and pockets. They are very quick but rely on stealth instead of combat. Archer. Archers are the masters of missile weapons. That's the last description I ever got here. Sailors. Sailors are quick on their feet and are brutal fighters but are weak in the magics. Paladins. Paladins are formed of fighters blessed with the Holy Word. Mercenaries. Mercenaries have had a hard life and have learned to fight and steal to survive. Magician. Magician are trickster mages and will oftentimes pick your pockets while they mesmerize you with magic. Wow, that's a lot of classes. Okay. Then everyone pick their classes. Does the game start as soon as you click accept new character, Lark?
There's a quest select screen next.
Okay then.
So just continue to finish making your characters. When you get there, there will be the quest. The first one picked will be Visions of. I'm not going to pronounce it, but you'll figure it out.
Okay then.
Oh,
I will
gosh,
pick
I have
this.
to name my fantasy roleplay character.
Yes.
I named
then
mine Dick Boobs.
I'm naming mine Desmonesia.
That is way better than mine.
Desmoines. I just typed Des Moines, Iowa without spaces. Desmonesia.
Alright.
Yep, Lenoia knows what's going on. Set new
Alright.
character.
I
Plus
have
difficulty.
accept new character. Need to get this out of the way. And then quest. I think then we're good to
Okay.
start.
Click the quest button up in the top.
Okay.
Then in a
quest.
accept box will pop up. Start the timer when everybody's ready to click accept, because then it'll throw you in.
We have some prize series. Majesty have an important job that requires a bit of secret. Are you familiar with the state of the Elven territories to the north? No.
Do you
The
want the
elves of
Cliff
the
Notes
north
version?
pushed their territory limits forward into human lands, taking over Tulian Keep. The guards of the keep were massacred, but a few survivors made it back. They brought news that the pagan druids in the region have sided with the elves and have enough magical powers to quickly overthrow the king's guards. The powerful Victorix lead the revolt along with druid elder Jugurtha. In addition, it is believed that the powers that made the druids so dangerous are given to Jugurtha in the form of visions. Visions? What kind of visions?
Okay,
In an
here.
attempt to learn more, we captured one of the druids. The Zealot explained that Jugurtha keeps a journal of all his visions. The book contains the secret of all their recent powers. Prisoners seem to imply that the visions represent an alternative future and they were where what caused Jugurtha to go insane. And in case King Gregor wants this book out of Jugurtha's hand, they need to his. And one more thing, if something would happen to Jugurtha, the king would not be displeased. The followers need to be taught a lesson. Or you can say anything, here's your map. The keep has a back entrance that few people know about. In order to get to the keep, you will have to run through the small elven village Tva here. I hear that they have blocked off the way to the Flavian Valley. You'll have to figure out how to get to the valley and follow the river down to a large bridge here. Over the bridge is the back entrance to the keep. Once in, you should be able to figure it out from there. Well, we have had a lot to figure. Are you game?
Do we have to remember anything of this?
I don't know.
No.
Good, very good.
Then let's
I
go.
said, do you want me to use the Cliff Notes version? I was gonna say is, hit the people who shoot at you.
So it's Fantasy Doom.
Literally.
Alright, let's go in 3, 2, 1, accept. Character saved. Okay, how do we... Tank controls. Good. Okay, how do I do anything here? Use the scroll buttons to
Okay,
read
how
your
do I
journal.
move? Oh, it does WASD movement.
Select with Alt keypad.
It said arrow keys to move on.
Alt keypad, oh god. Inventory. Just maybe move to or from inventory with mouse. Use right mouse button. To use the items, hold down right mouse and click left mouse.
Okay, I have
Equipage.
a sword.
Use equip
You can-
armor, rings, and amulets. Hey, rings
You
was
can
not in the
move by holding
title.
the left mouse button.
To equip or unequip an item, click on the location desired with item in hand. Statistics, options, communicate. Whoa, communicate. Let me get Alt 5.
Three.
Not very communicate. Same mess. No, belt, same mess. Of course.
Okay, how do I bring up my weapon?
My bad.
Who wants a hint?
Come here.
Come here.
Come
When I
on.
said this was like Ultima Online, I meant it. Just hit the tab key, and it'll bring you into a more modern control scheme.
Fantastic.
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 If you've ever played System Shock, it works like that.
Hey you. Yeah, you.
Hey you, yeah you. What
Okay, it says weapon ready.
looking
How do I
at?
draw
What are
my
you looking
weapon?
at? What are you looking at?
Stand fast.
Stand fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Claireic, put it back in your quick slot and hit use.
that's kind of clunky.
You can also hit tab key, and it goes into a more modern first-person shooter control with WASD moving, left click to swing, and right click to cast any spells you have queued that you have input with the runes on your number pad.
Okay.
Finances. Okay,
I feel more
ammunition.
experienced.
For use, okay.
Notes, use the area
If
to
you-
type any notes you might have. Huh.
This is a
Journal
good
spells and
game.
use
I swear
information.
to God, this is a good game.
Potion display. Also, those are my stats. Hedge health, red health, orange mana, green is food, and blue is water. Oh boy.
Dead
Red
players
box.
do not cast spells. I just tried to cast a spell after I
Okay.
died, and it gave me a text that says dead
Oh.
players do not cast
Put weapons or
spells.
items you want to use here, selecting use, or pressing Ctrl will attack or activate the item. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice fire they got
Status
going here.
display. We also have load. Magic area. The display shows your current magic reserve and spell room selected. Select cache or press keypad enter to cast a spell. I don't know what this meter even means. Room display. This area represents
How do I
magic runes you have
cast my
collected.
spell?
You may build spells by selecting these buttons with the mouse or the keypad. Keyboard movement. Mouse movement.
Shune has no ruins. Mukau has no ruins. Mooware. Claireic, you have spells that correlate to those
Looking at
symbols in the bottom right hand. That little grid of red squares
Yeah.
correlates to your number pad. And you cast those runes together, then you hit enter to cast the spell. And once you've cast it once, you can just right click to continue casting that exact same spell.
Okay, it said I feel something is not quite right.
Did you drink a potion?
You
No.
may destroy
Do
the
I have to
initial
figure out what
health
combination
symbol
of runes
G.
do things?
Yes.
Spells, cleric, mage. Oh, there are a
There's a spell
few
book
spells
somewhere that I
here.
can look that up.
Knock, push,
I
pull,
think
cast
there's
of
a
sage.
spell book. Your journal we started the game with actually have 2 spells in the back, if your class knows any spells.
Yeah, so I had to
Inventory.
memorize that.
Water
Essentially.
Gorge. Scroll
You
through
can
each
also
by
close
all.
the journal to have more screen
Potion of-
space to see what you're doing.
Potion of giant strength. Potion of healing.
Is there an easier way to eat things?
Pineapple.
I'm putting into my
No.
use slot and clicking use.
If there is an easier way to eat things, please tell me. I would love to know.
I think you have to use the use item thing. You have to hold down the right mouse button and then click with the left.
Yes, that does work.
There are
Sometimes.
my spells.
I read the journal.
I know, I'm trying to do it. I'm playing too, by the way, because I actually enjoy this game. I've been playing it for like a year now, and I haven't got very far.
Title
It has an active
Landlubber.
mod scene still. Because after someone was saying in chat that there was a famous multiplayer Let's Play from the Something Awful forums, and the dev was someone tracked down the dev because this game looked so good, and got him to release it as freeware. He was able to negotiate for the rights to this game, so he owns the IP again. And this is a thing. Working
Okay,
on a new version.
We got a map of the area, right? Can we see the map?
No,
Why?
he pointed to the map. He didn't give you the map.
Okay. Where do I go? I killed some wizard guy now.
That's the thing. I don't really know.
Flowers. Flowers. Is there a way to examine when I'm in this mode?
Fireplace.
I don't see anything special there. Fine.
There we go. I figured out how to cast magic dart.
This game has my favorite low intelligence stat description ever. It is up there with
Elf Guardian. Ah. It's over there.
I can't open the exit. Do I need to pull a switch somewhere? A note. Oh, that's hard to read.
Oh, I see someone out there shooting at me, shooting at me, shooting at me, shooting at me.
Okay.
Okay, come here. Oh my god, so floaty. I can't look down more than this. Can you? There we go. Quiver floats. But I don't have what to use it with, right? Inventory. Wait, where did the quiver bolts go? Where did the quiver bolts go? Is it in my hand? Tell me it's in my hand. Oh, it's ammunition, okay. Normal bolt. Oh. I shot something like this.
You probably don't have my audio on, do you? Open the com panel, please. Select Belch and click send message.
I did that already.
Okay.
Okay, I have no idea where to go.
Yeah, I'll have to be switching between the two modes because it really wants to work with examining stuff. Can't do that in FPS. Modern FPS world. Whoa! Hi! Come on! Ow! Let me get you! There we go. Oh, did you drop anything? I guess not. What happens if I... Oh, hey, there's fish! No, that's not fish, that's the elf. That's the elf's remakes. Purple flowers. Then I get you, of course.
Okay.
Apparently not. Any other passages? Maybe following the river? Oh! Oh my god, they're accurate! Okay, where did I get you?
Wow. What's this?
Did I look back? Did I really look back?
It's hard to tell. The way I can tell you to tell which building is which, the house you need to go in has a downstairs, the house you start in has an upstairs.
No, like, okay, I think this is where they hit me. Oh, okay, I could get out in different places. You feel more experienced. What did that do? Level up.
Maybe now you can
stats?
identify the clear potion.
What?
This game has my favorite "you are too dumb to understand" quote. You can find a clear potion, you do not know what it is. It's water.
Oh yeah,
If
I
your
identified
intelligence
it.
is below 10. If your intelligence is below 10, you can't tell it's water.
It was a clear potion when I picked it up, yeah.
That just makes me think of Super Hard Lad.
But it's not a joke.
No.
Which one of these? Potion of...
It really wanted to be Ultima. By the way, if
Hey,
you
Armor.
die and you revive with space, you gotta go get your crap back.
First I need to get to that guy. I'm not sure if I can get to that guy. Just launch. You got a copper coin. Nice. I'm out. Whoa, 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 whoa! What is this stash here? What is this trap?
Mooware is found the worst part of this game.
Got a boat, you got a boat, 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 boat.
And I'm
Silver coin.
Roll
Boat.
locked in.
Journal
Oh, can
entry.
open.
The
Poison.
guardians
Good.
of the groves are masters of the bow and allies of the druids. Oh wait, go back to the inventory. Boat, boat. Dead body. I can't pick the arrows off the dead body.
Sometimes you
Potion.
can though, because it's that confusing.
Swirling violet potion. Guess I can use the identify scroll later.
Oh.
Mushroom. Potion of healing. Okay, let me put the. You here.
I think this game may also be a contender for the best, worst first-person sprites. If you take your weapon out of your hand and you just start punching, you are a Power Ranger. You are wearing a hot red suit with jet blue fingers.
Oh my god!
Just throw a punch. You're a Power Ranger.
Hey, I made it.
You understand your inventory better.
Inventories are indeed confusing.
Scroll of stealth? Scroll of experience! Wait, let me hide first. That guy does not let go of it. Scroll of experience, go. Big potion of shielding.
You feel something is not right is the motto of this game. This is a game that I think of when I think of Jank. There is a good game. Far, far under this. But it's there.
Oh, I am level 2. Do I get any points I can use? No? No. Okay, so I can't...
It was a big earthquake, and I'm not sure if it's good or bad.
I don't either.
Leap, I guess that's a spell that I can't use.
Like, because of this,
And
I
this-
assumed that it was in the same house. Because it's the remains of an elf I already killed. Wait, what is this? What's up? I've seen something. Colorful bowl. Blue and grey bottle. Object too far away to take.
That if you are a paladin, which is the starting class I would recommend to anyone new, but I didn't because I am evil, you get a spell called Attract and Repel. Well, 2 separate spells. And you can use that to pull things closer, and it is incredibly helpful. I just didn't tell you. It wouldn't have been in the spirit of
There's a lot
Jank.
of secrets, huh? Oh, wait.
What's the sailor's specialty? Is it belching?
Yes, this is not actually based on the Doom engine. Well, that's also a misnomer. It uses the Doom map format. It uses a coding system that is very similar to Hexen and Heretic. It was reverse engineered and made into its own engine. And it doesn't work real well, which is why there's no open source ports to it in the Doom engine. Because it's not. But you can use Doom Builder to make maps for this game. Because it's confusing.
That is all
Dead
sounds very
players do
confusing to
not
me.
cast spells. Feels very mood.
That needs to be our hosting when we raid someone.
Okay.
Dead players
okay.
do not cast spells.
Barrels! I can't break the barrels. I'm sad. House is this
Yeah,
dangerous?
this was
No.
funded by some angel investor with a really innocuous name. Just does not
Wait,
sound
what is
important at
this?
all. And apparently, it was
Iron Love
one of the
Sword.
companies owned by
Iron
the
Love
Mormon
Sword.
Church.
Can I dual wield
I
swords?
just don't understand how this game happened.
Hey Lark, can I dual wield swords?
Can you dual wield swords? I don't know. There's a possibility, but I ain't figured it out. There is this is why I'm so paranoid about preservation, because this game is rough, but really ambitious and really good for a project made by essentially one person coming up with his own engine, and it sold less than 100 damn copies. And if it wasn't for a Let's Play on the Something Awful forums, this game would have just disappeared. Because they were the only person who probably had a functional version of the retail game. Because you still, if you look for this game and you don't look at the official website, will find cracked copies of the shareware release, and it's dreadful, it doesn't work well, and it's awful.
I see. Good thing then. Some things just, happen like that. Like your own very Jank Science Theater, you just sometimes do something someone liked. Like, how do I... Maybe I should use the shielding. Oh, okay, this looks like a entry. First.
So if it only sold 100 copies, it must have had really bad distribution or something, right? Because otherwise, if you put out a game, at least a few people will buy it.
It seems like the running theory is that the Mormon Church knew this game was going to get made one way or another, and funded it so that they could bury it. Because it was still during the Satanic Panic.
Oh, what is this? What is this? I saw an orb. I saw an orb. I want to find the orb again.
Hey, is there...
Exit
Surprise
marker!
of this game.
I found the
Is this some
exit?
puzzle that I found? I've been poisoned. What's even attacking? My
You didn't get the code right. Or you didn't go through the door fast enough.
I think
Duke
I'm
Nukem
trapped.
this is not. Until you get the puzzle right, yes, the doors have locked behind you.
I'm locked between the doors.
Which series of doors?
Ah, right, I was there. I think you can open one
Stone
of them.
slab
with E.
doors I had to do the combo for.
I
There's
was
like
also
two of
locked
them.
between those. I
Okay,
think you
I
can get
found
out.
the
I'm
exit.
stuck.
I found exit markers. You feel somewhat weaker. Why? Oh, I guess
Have
the
you
shield is
eaten
over.
or-
The shield is over. The strength.
Okay, I was just like, wait, are you hungry or thirsty? By the
not
way,
yet.
yeah, that's a thing in this game. There's a hunger and water meter.
Okay, I have this
Oh.
exit marker here, but it's like,
It's closed. You have to find the switch.
And all my stuff's gone now.
but I don't understand what's supposed to be doing there. It's like it's gonna let me leave? No, it's not letting me leave.
You have to find a switch for the exit in a different part of the map.
Someone open the
I guess
door!
I'm punching.
Someone let me in!
You can accept other quests at the beginning. This one is considered the easy quest. I do not consider this the easy quest. I consider the second
I
quest the
found-
easy quest.
A note. Oh my god, this one is so bad to read.
I soft locked
Beyond,
myself.
beyond the elven village lie the monuments of the druids. Okay, I actually managed to get something out of that.
I think I'm soft locked.
Are you between those two stone
I
doors? I
managed
got out.
to die to get out of there, but now when I go back, there's a slab that's down that I can't seem to get to come back up. I think I soft locked.
I see the damage value of the sword, but not of this axe. So I have to identify it.
Whoa! What is that? What the heck's that? Is this a secret passage?
Am I?
Did I find a
seriously
secret passage? Hello!
Is there a way
I
to get that
don't
open
know.
again?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm
You
surviving.
can get it open again. Wait, that door closes? There is a backup game. I did post a backup game. Because as I said on the Discord, that this may not be everyone's... The quests are not level scaled. No, it's just like Doom.
Okay.
If you want to go to the final episode and have a hard time, you can.
Your potion. I'm not sure what that is. Iron shot staff. Need to identify this to know the damage. Or can I try using it?
Spacebar is chopped. E is used.
I don't know. To go to this secret area here, I just walk through a dispatch. Didn't have to click spacebar or anything. Bashing spacebar.
Was it the brush? Because
Yeah.
you can walk through trees and grass.
No, I feel like I'm blocked by trees, but that special bush there, it is a secret passage because the other hedges I cannot go through. Crystal ball. Crystal ball. This pillar here.
I feel more experienced.
Wait, I saw the notification for something. Oh, it was not the crystal ball. What
Okay,
was
so I
it?
just level up automatically. I can't.
Correct.
There. Okay, I think there's
Distribute
something on the
points
floor
for
here. What is it? I saw a notification. Maybe it's up. Can't look that much up.
I also think that this game has the best, worst sprites.
Fine.
Oh, map 2
Let's
done.
go in here. What is? Okay, I got the door closed behind the torch. Don't think anything special there. Do you know how much damage this causes? Not yet. What? Oh, I forgot I can jump on the stuff. Oh, that didn't really do anything. Okay, I think I got in the rooms that everyone's talking about. The one that just have the door sealed behind me. And I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do anymore.
It's a switch puzzle.
But how do I do the switch? Do I have to take off the weapon in my hand? I guess not. Journal, help me again. How do I do this? Oh wait. No, space opens doors on the keyboard movement. I guess it's not the system shock thing. Okay, then let me try. No. It's not letting me do this. And how?
I think I got turned around.
Okay, how do I actually use this?
Have you tried E instead of space? E is usually activate for me.
Oh my god. Thank you, Moore. I forgot there was an E prompt showing the with interactables, and I didn't think anything of that.
I guess eating doesn't heal. Then I can't. Then I'm probably dead soon.
You can also eat carrots to get night vision.
And my
Would be
stuff's
useful if you
gone
had some.
again.
Oh, it's very dark here. Ah, exit. Good.
I see. They have a delay.
Here's an
You know
interesting
what?
fact about this game.
The middle one is the front.
Hey, get
The
my
right
stuff back.
one is okay. Go. Yeah. Hi everyone.
This
Here, have your
game,
staff.
when you die, you don't actually go into a death state. They just lock your keyboard controls, as being said earlier in chat. But as you noticed, you can use your mouse to move in the interact menu. So if you're dead, you may not be able to cast spells, but you can walk to the exit and beat the level.
Clear potion. What about those two? Oh, I can stack? I can stack things! Nice. Okay, drink one clear potion. You know what this is. Water! Nice. Yeah, there's
How
this
do I move?
mage arcane room. Pick it up. Up.
So what is crap? I should switch back to my axe. So I see I have a iron
Oh, room.
sword, a steel sword, and a bronze dagger. Do the materials matter? So what's stronger, the weapon class or the material? It doesn't really tell me the damage.
I think you might need to identify it, but certain classes have the identify spell they can cast.
I need to get. I want to get that.
Yeah, my
Get
crap
in.
back.
Oh my god. Maybe I need to press shift. Yeah. A parchment. Get it from there, please. Thank you. You found a journal entry. Leap. Oh, that's a new spell. I can't use that. What? Okay, not a good idea. That fire actually hurts. I get this. Yes. And leap arcane version, I guess. Right?
We are at 32 minutes, and there is a backup game if anyone just gets too frustrated.
For now, I'm curious, but if anyone wants to move on,
I thought I would just throw it out.
warn me
I-
so I can put the name of the game on the screen.
I still recommend this game. It is very rough. But it is a gem nonetheless.
Okay, what was that I'm seeing on the interaction? Wait a second. Now that I can click interact, I just didn't open any of the doors, did I?
Nice, Mooware just found a ring.
Yeah, and it made my legs feel much stronger. I suppose that's like carrying more stuff.
You can also jump slightly higher, or at least you're supposed to be able to. I don't think it works.
But when do we get amulets or armor? I should feel betrayed by this game.
You already on. You started with the armor.
Do I?
Amulets cost money. Well, maybe your class doesn't. Yeah,
I don't.
your sprite without armor is brown. You click on the character sprite, it is wearing the armor.
Oh, did you actually turn to night? There is the day-night cycle in here.
I think it's actually just a different map that happens to be at night.
Oh gosh.
Are there multiple exits for each stage?
I
feel
don't
like
know.
I think on the second map I already saw 2 exits, and here
There is another
it
one.
also seems like I found a hidden exit. Maybe?
Oh my god, parts of the elf just went into water. There was an audible splash.
Okay, where's my stuff?
The cherry was delicious.
It is much too dark to move anywhere here. Should have brought a torch or something.
Okay, is there some solution? Oh, once you go into this room, you're locked into the puzzle.
Yeah, the
There's
solution
something
depends
that
on
tells you-
the solution depends on
it's-
timing. Like you have to
It's
the
which puzzle?
doors open like in a delay. You have to figure out the correct word so you can go across it.
I was able to get back out if you get locked in.
Scroll of experience. Oh wait.
And the backup game is Real Monsters,
Sorry, what?
as I see on Texemosis screen.
Yes, the backup game is Real Monsters for the
think I got
Sega Genesis.
I think I'll need I'll need someone to write me the title.
H. Exclamation mark, exclamation.
H. Exclamation marks. Real monsters?
Mm-hmm.
With another exclamation mark?
Yes.
I hope this is right.
I really like how varied these maps are. Like almost every map is a completely different environment.
Each quest has it's a series of maps, but you can, when you beat a stage and get thrown to the menu to pick the next to prep for the next level, you can actually go to the first map or whatever map of a different quest. You do not have to do the entire quest at once in any sort of linear fashion.
Ah. That sounds nice. Because then I would like, oh god, how do I solve this? What?
As for Real Monsters, it is a jank little explorer, a platformer that's really cute, and I spent a lot of time playing it on the Genesis with my cousin as a kid.
Kevin
you,
says
change-
this stream was brought by the letter A.
Can you change to the other characters?
I could swear you can, but I'm drawing a blank.
Can you open it? Alright, E. There we go! I can finally open things! I feel so powerful now. Although I don't like that they're all in there. Oh, attack that chair first.
Oops, drank something deadly.
Oh, I solved the puzzle.
Back here! Ugh. Too much time on you. Guess I'll go back to the store.
I
like
am
to configure
posting
stat-
in the distribution channel the instruction booklet for Real Monsters. Because it's not necessary, but remember instruction manuals. This one's a treat.
Steal all the grapes. Oh, I can't stack
It's
more than
written
3
in
grapes.
universe.
Stone scroll blood stains.
Oh, those stay up
yes.
after you solve the puzzle. That's at least somewhat nice. I gotta get my shit back.
Has anyone scanned the instruction manual for SNES home improvement? Okay. Do these guys come towards me?
Ha ha ha. For all real monsters, the start button. Press this to pause if things get too terrifying.
There we go.
Press
Potion
the
of poison. I wonder what that does.
And to answer the question about switching characters, yes, it is down and A at the same time. And up in A activates their monster-specific move.
Bro! Throw the vase into the fire! Or this block of magma, maybe. Nothing happened. Ooh, more healing. Check inventory, please. Broken vase put in the inventory. Okay, what's down here?
You can use the broken vase to throw at people. Like everything else, but it's funny to throw a broken vase at people.
Wait, can I put the broken vase, the small vase in my inventory? Yes.
If it has a description box, you can probably put it in your inventory.
What is in here? Can I put the vase on the use? Yes! Can I stack them? Come on, let me... Back.
Oh, that's a spell. Ah,
Oh god, this
The heck?
looks very ominous. Oh, hi. Can you please throw the vase? Oh my god, you can't. Not like this.
You can hold it in your hand with the left click, and then just let go of it, and your character will throw it.
Wait, can I exit the level now?
Okay, punch it! I'm super spy now. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
The game is really stingy with its healing items in these later maps. Haven't found any for a while.
It incentivizes you to buy some in the main screen.
Oh, is that between the maps?
Yeah,
I think it's at Return to Town. I didn't think that I could do something there.
there's a store and an inn where you can save. The better the bed you rest in, the more health you recover when you sleep.
Okay,
Hey,
so
I think-
I died and lost half of my mana. Is this how it works?
And the game locked up on me.
Huh. I've never actually seen it lock up.
Yeah, I think it's because I took fatal damage right as I hit the exit. I'm... well, I guess we're switching games now.
Absent
Alright.
chat.
Pick this large vase, put in my inventory. Actually, let me try throwing it at people, see if I can do it. Blue bottle.
Actually, I think it'd be more accurate to say Janks in chat.
Alright.
But yeah, I have also to take care of my load. You can't throw that object in that direction. Come on, game. I may have this one.
I have a new ring, but I have no idea what it does.
It looks pretty on you. That's what it does.
Thank you.
Oh, there you are. Okay, what do you got here? Blue and gray bottle. Blue and gray bottle. Colorful ball. Metallic green scroll. Shielding. Gray. Green shooting me. Small bottle. Oh, whoops. Inventory. Why can't I throw that object in their direction? Come on. Why can't I hit people throwing vases? I feel light you.
Maybe you're just not strong enough.
My strength is 30! Okay, keep
Ah,
this.
I can move as a corpse.
This.
No, I can't. I can only
This.
jump. Can't move.
This. Iron short. This is the same.
Oh, is that the boss of the quest? It's called like the quest itself. Shugurtha or whatever.
But my shirt is floating in there.
Okay, why isn't it letting me select the RetroArch window when I try to change the window capture settings? Up there we go. Just
I guess I threw off my boots.
Potion of Owl Side.
I need
Nice.
to level up by throwing
you.
household objects. Me.
no, it's being naughty on
Actually,
me.
I like this blue bottle. Keep it.
I don't have that open anymore. Why are you?
Iron short, so this is going to be different.
Okay, OBS is being naughty.
Bad OPS.
That's all I can get from this.
OBS stands for Old Bad Software.
Technically it's not old, but roll with
Or
that.
bad. But it is software.
Oh, that guy can take some hits. Damn it.
I really need night to stop because it's getting too dark for me to see anything. I don't know how to pick up a torch. Oh, hello there. Which house did I die again? I'm so lost.
Come on.
Alright, guys, end stream then go back live, see if that fixes it.
Was it here?
Alright, I'm just gonna close and restart OBS, I guess.
Or no, it wasn't here. This was all the equipment. Okay.
There we go.
Maybe following this road. Wait, where is the road? There is a road. This is the armory. This.
There we go.
Oh, I got him.
Oh, I need to
I'm
go
there.
back live.
Wait, do they even have like different attack speeds? Let me see. I don't dagger.
There we go.
Back to the short sword. Berry, grapes, cherries. No, come on. I'm stuck. Also, this is not the house I was. This is the army. I guess I have to go around. Oh, hi. Thank you for walking right into the door. For me. Wait, what did you say? Copper, oh, there we go.
So what's the goal of this quest again? Because I think I killed the bad guy or whatever.
I'll be honest, this...
Can tell you. Because I can't remember.
Great.
Welcome to Lark is sleepy and still trying to tell y'all how to do things. And that just means Lark is spamming emotes.
Oh,
Okay,
should
I'll
go
be
through this
honest about something. I really am bad with dealing with motion sickness with these old FPSs. I'm starting to feel
That
a
is
little
why
sick.
I gave a backup game. Please swap. Do not make yourself sick. Stop it.
I
Gotta
still
love
always.
when-
It's I've seen like worse than this that makes me sick faster. Like sometime I go check out a game like what's the name? Strife.
Anything
the
on
original,
stream, basically.
the original Strife.
Oh, Strife is
that's
such a
what-
good game.
That one made me sick so bad because it's so fast.
It also has that head bob effect.
I think it had. I don't remember, but yeah.
Oh no, I know it does. I've been playing Strife. It just got ported to the Switch.
Ah. Interesting.
So basically, you hate everything I play on Wednesdays.
It sounds like it.
Is this a
kinda cute, this guy.
collectathon?
Yes, it is a collectathon. with tons of charm, atmosphere, and Tim Curry.
I don't. Tim Curry was in All Real Monsters?
He was the instructor. That their teacher was Tim Curry.
Oh. I did not know that he was voiced by Tim Curry.
Wait.
I mean, it was also a parody of Tim Curry from... It was Dr. Frankenfurter's parody.
Ooh,
Because if you look at the character design, it's definitely Dr. Frankenfurter.
I teleported somewhere. What was my quest again? Wait, there's a switch here. You hear something moving, the ground shakes around you. Okay, I did. No, don't put me through the fire! What? Game! Ah!
Are you okay?
No, I revived from the dead. The game just threw me into the fire. What happened in the distance now?
Oh great, this game has jerk geese in it.
Game has what?
It has jerk geese.
Wonderful.
Okay, here's the thing. All Real Monsters actually does have Tim Curry in it, but the character who's based off Tim Curry is actually not voiced by Tim Curry. Tim Curry voices the Snitch for the character that looks like Tim Curry.
What? How did I die there?
Today's games are brought to you by the symbol ?
The letter Y.
Why? Why indeed?
Yeah, all your characters share a health bar.
I used to watch this cartoon. I can't remember anything about it now.
I think no one can.
Whoa! Okay, I didn't know I was doing that. Map 1 of Visions of Jugurtha completed. The Elven village was not guarded only by elves, the druids are also there. I had to kill several of them to get access to the exit. Unfortunately, I believe word was sent ahead of me and they are now aware of me. Return to town.
You can rest at the end to save your game and quit. Yeah, Real Monsters is up there with Ren and Stimpy. People remember watching it. Their brain just won't let them remember what happens in it.
Yeah, I don't even think I understood what was happening in Ren and Stimpy the few times I watched it as a kid.
No one does.
It
was like, no.
That was a cartoon that was banned, like,
What?
that I was banned from watching after my mom saw it, and I didn't understand why
Oh
as a kid.
my god, I just wasted 4 pieces of gold. Because I clicked with the left mouse button, it automatically purchased, and I tried to put it back, it sold with less price.
Yeah. Claireic, you are definitely seeing the character that looks like Tim Curry.
Yeah.
That is
I
not
think
voiced by
so.
Tim Curry. Tim Curry voices the Fly. All Real Monsters is one of the things I even went back to a few years ago to watch again, and I watched some of it, and I still don't remember anything that happens.
Just one of the less remembered Nicktoons.
I mean, like, I'm on IMDb to look at it now, and forgot about the Angry Beavers. Around that time, Nickelodeon just had no idea what the heck they were doing.
Oh yeah, Angry... Let's see, I remember Angry Beavers had like that one scene where one of them like got knocked up into like a light outlet and like gets shocked, but I think that happened like in the first episode. It might have been part of the credits too.
What was that other show? It just got a Netflix movie. Rocco's Modern Life.
Yeah.
I miss cartoons looking terrifying.
Rocco was actually a good one, though.
Oh, it was good. He was a sex worker.
Oh, Rocco was a progressive cartoon even in its time.
All Real Monster tried to be progressive, but then they realized that they were making the monsters progressive, and they were like, you know what, this kind of doesn't send the right message. I remember thinking at the time that Halfly remembering that it was amusing, and that the character that is the black and white pole, thinking she sounded hot.
I cannot figure out how to move forward in this level.
I think the fat one can grab the switch.
I've hit the switch a few times, but like nothing's happened.
Okay, if you switch to the long tall guy, he, you know, goes over the two like a platform to get to higher places.
I think her name is like Olivia, and she has a Russian accent, and yes. That's what I remember. Look, a hot Russian accent. And Tim Curry.
Yeah, there were definitely
Water battle!
We've got a minute left. What are y'all thinking of everything so far?
The river's taking away. Just a second. Someone hit a boat on their fallen comrade. Okay.
I'm stuck. Now it will let me up there.
And it's time. Alright, you're all free now, I guess.
Because I was stuck in this room, I think.
Okay, let's start with Dex. What do you have to say about the games?
Okay, the first game, it looks really interesting, but I don't know if I could give a very, you know, like a honest opinion, because I never played PC games and all, so I'm just not used to that type of thing, but I think that there is something there, you know, when you know what you're doing and you know how to play it properly. And Real Monsters, this is actually kind of nice, you know, it's a nice platformer game, a little bit of a puzzle platformer. Getting around the spike grass is a bit of a pain in the ass, and it's kind of mazy, but, you know, for the little time I spent with it, I actually did like it.
Right, it's very heavy. Nice.
It's
Claire,
a
your
lot
thoughts?
like Lost Vikings.
Let's see. First game, I kept wanting to be an Elder Scrolls game because, like, first-person RPG, and that's like what I'm used to in that genre. And it kind of gave me some of those vibes of like Daggerfall, but less good.
Ow.
Lark, what are you thinking? Which I brought it. Oh, I like the blue bottle. Alright, Mooware then?
This Amulets number is really intriguing. I haven't really played these games like these, I don't know, Ultima or whatever. But yeah, it's really interesting. Lots of stuff to discover.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I actually had looked into this game before GST was even tried to be conceived. I was looking like to know like more, bit more of gaming history, to know what was gaming back in the day, especially PC gaming. That's how I came across even the original Strife. So I looked into this. I actually didn't play much of it because I wasn't able to figure out the things alone, but I think this time around I actually, well, I have progressed to the second map, so I'm getting somewhere. Might give this a proper try eventually. So yeah, thanks Lark for showing us these games. I still have to check they are real monsters myself, but thank you for providing us with experience. Also, thanks
You're
everyone
welcome.
here for joining us and playing and experimenting on these games. Thanks Feltane for gifting a sub to Claire. Well, Claire, you're a sub to the channel. And yeah, let's see you all next time here in the Jank Science Theater. We have Aladdin 2000 to play as the third top Jank of 2020, and I need all the brave people I can get in there. So who's our raid target?
Raid target.
I've got one, but I keep suggesting one because I'm faster than everyone else at looking, I think.
Huh?
So I will hold that. Sandra's playing a Super Mario World ROM hack as Peach.
Ooh, fun.
Alright, I guess we're going there then.
And
what
our
was the raid?
message.
Yeah, please. What was it?
What was it, Claireic?
Wasn't it like dead people do not cast spells?
Dead people don't cast spells, okay.
Dead players don't cast spells. Yes.
No, that was it. Okay.
Oh,
I'm
that
posting
play.
it. Except that if you hit the hotkey, you can in fact cast spells.
Alright, it's Zandra Vandra, the name of the channel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, thanks everyone for watching. Hope you'll be enjoying the hope you'll be enjoying the show. Hope you can also join us as Jank Scientists to either give us games or to come play with us. Also follow us on Twitter for updates on our other shows. And let's see you next time. Bye bye.
Hey, good night. See you next week.
See you Wednesday. Or Monday. D&D.